What is the best side hustle to start when you have a 9 to 5? One that won't break your bank or burn you out? Yeah, probably so. Most people start thinking about an online business, and that should be easy. But 90% of those fail. And no, drop shipping is not your golden parachute, not the golden ticket to the prize. Now, stick around and find out the low stress, high upside side hustles that can replace your day job. Before you jump into any side hustle, there are some key factors that you need to think through. Because what looks good on paper may completely wreck your time, your stress level, and not to mention your wallet. And here's the thing, you're working full time. You can't afford to make wrong choices. You've got limited hours, limited energy, and limited cash to invest, right? That's why I'm putting together a free escape plan starter guide to help you quickly get to the best business for you up and running. You can grab it in the description or below or at firewatchbusiness.net. The first factor is time. And be real with yourself. How much time can you consistently give to a side hustle? Is it 5 hours, 10 hours? Because if the business needs you to work day and night, every weekend to get off the ground, you'll be burned out pretty quick. The best in businesses for full-time workers are those that you can pause or batch work when your life gets really busy. Next, you need to think about the stress. Some businesses like flipping houses or anything that has tight deadlines, those things are high stress right from the start. Others like building an online course or doing freelance graphic design let you work at your own pace. The question is, can you mentally handle customer emergencies at 2 p.m. when you still got a day job? For most people, you want a side hustle where you control the clock, not the customer. The third thing is, how much does it start to get started? Some online businesses seem cheap, but actually bleed you dry because of software subscription, ad costs, and tools. I always recommend you start with something that either uses your skills you already have or the equipment you already have. For example, when I started DJing, I bought gear that was good, but it was also reasonably priced. And I booked my first wedding gig with less than $1,000 out of pocket. If you want help breaking this down, the Escape Plan Starter Guide will help you walk through the exact questions to ask yourself before you even start and before you even spend that first dollar. The link is in the description. You can get it now. Here's a big one. You can grow it without always trading time for money. For example, if you freelance, you can quickly get cash, but it's still you doing the work. You've got to eventually think about creating digital products or hiring people or building a system that makes money without always you being there. And depending on whether you want the business to go and your plan for your business, you'll have to scale it in some way. Last, ask yourself, is the market oversaturated? A lot of online business models like dropshipping and affiliate marketing are just flooded. Doesn't mean you can't succeed at those, but you're going to have a little bit harder time getting them off the ground. So what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to niche down. You're going to have to niche down and stand out. Look for problems you can solve in your local area or unique skills that you can offer that aren't mass produced by everyone else. When you weigh these 5 factors, time, stress, startup costs, scalability, and saturation, you'll start to see which business actually fits for you. And don't forget to download my free Escape Plan Starter Guide. It's free, it's super practical, and it'll help you to avoid wasting your time with the wrong idea. Best business models for full-time workers. So now that you got the key factors down, the time, stress, startup costs, scalability, and saturation, let's get to the big question, right? What is the best side hustle for someone with a full-time job? Number 1 is a service-based business, whether it's online or offline or a hybrid. Service-based businesses are probably the most underrated side hustle for full-time workers. Think about things like DJing, of course, tutoring, pressure washing, mobile car detailing, and even event photography. I think there's a lot of upside to mobile car detailing, going to them and washing their cars. These businesses are flexible. You can schedule them on the weekends or evenings, and they're fast to start. And more importantly, you can get cash in your hand quickly without waiting for someone on an online store to buy it. I personally DJ most weekends while I still work my 9 to 5. And that side hustle has literally paid for 2 trips to Italy and my wife's facelift. You need the right entry plan. That's important. The second business, I think, is content creation. YouTube, blogging, podcasting, social media marketing. Now, this one is slower to make money, but it's incredibly flexible and you can grow it into something big. The beauty here is you can batch record videos, write blogs on your own schedule, and slowly build an audience. And once you have an audience, you can layer on digital products, sponsorships, and services. Next is digital products or coaching. This could be an ebook, a checklist, a template, or even starting a small accountability coaching service like the one I offer. These are powerful because they let you build something once and sell it over and over again. Plus, you can start small, create a 1 PDF page or 1 coaching offer and grow from there. That's what we're doing. We have 2 offers. One to help you leave your 9 to 5 and get the plan together for that. The other is finding your unique selling proposition for the side hustle you got. And I'll walk you through on how to do that. And finally, there's freelancing. Things like writing, graphic design, social media management, bookkeeping, whatever skill you can sell. Freelancing is one of the fastest ways to make money because businesses need your help right now. You can control your hours, take on only work that you have time to do, and you don't need a big upfront investment. A lot of people get stuck thinking, oh, I need a website, I need a logo, I need business cards. The truth is, you need a paying client first. You can build the rest later. Here's the hard truth though, right? That's what we do on this channel. None of these models will work if you just think about them. You have to take action. A side hustle grows when you're consistently putting in the work and the effort, even if it is just 5 hours a week. That's why I made the Escape Plan Starter Guide. It's not a bunch of fluff, it's real questions you need to answer this week to stop spinning your wheels and start moving forward. Download it below, it's a free link. Okay, now it's time to help you figure out how to match the right business for your life, your time, and your skill set, because not every side hustle is going to fit for you. Okay, so we've covered the best side hustle models for full-time workers, but here's the part most people skip. You have to choose what actually fits your life, because something that worked for a friend of yours or some guy you saw on TikTok doesn't mean it's right for you. So here's the steps. Start with this. How much time can you consistently give? Not the dream scenario, I mean this week. You've got to determine, is it 5 hours, 10 hours? Is it only the weekends? If your schedule is slammed, don't start a side hustle that demands daily customer service or tight deadlines. You'll end up hurting yourself and you'll quit. Step 2 is, how much stress can you realistically handle right now? If your day job is already draining you, you probably don't want to jump into something that's high pressure or customer facing right off the bat. Maybe you better start off with content creation or freelancing, where you control the pace. Look at your finances. What can you invest to get this off the ground? If you only have a few $100, start with something service-based or skill-based, not inventory-heavy businesses that need thousands of dollars to launch. And remember, your time is an investment too. Don't burn it on businesses that don't match where you are in your life. Know your skills, right? And what can you do to help people that they would pay for? And could you learn it quickly if you had to, if you didn't have something? Don't get stuck thinking that you have to already be an expert. Some of the best side hustles come from skills that you've developed as you've grown. Plus, you'll learn on the job. When I started DJing, I wasn't the best DJ. I was just better than most, in my opinion, around here. I was better option than most. You only need to be a step ahead of your customer. Know your goal. What is your end game? Do you want to quit your 9 to 5? Do you just want extra money for vacation? Do you want to build something you can sell later? Knowing your freedom goal helps you pick the side hustle that can grow into that. Some hustles are going to get you quick cash, but dead ends, and you end up trading your time for money again. Others grow slowly, but eventually can replace your job. So here's the bottom line. When you pick the right business model, one that fits your time, your stress, your money, and your freedom goals, you've already won half the battle. Now I'm going to share my personal recommendations on where most full-time workers should start and how to build toward quitting your day job. And you want to start a side hustle that you can actually grow into something, start with a service-based business. Why, you ask? Because service-based businesses give you quick wins. You can set your own schedule and you get paid fast, and you can build your skills and confidence while you're still working your 9 to 5. Then, as you grow, you can stack online assets like content creation, digital products, or even coaching on top of that to build something that's scalable. That's exactly what I did, right? I'm DJing weddings, but I built Firewatch business on the side, and now I am building digital products like my Escape Plan Starter Guide to help people like you get results and get started faster. It's completely free and it'll walk you step by step. We've talked about that 100 times. If you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe. That sure helps me out a good bit. And remember, you don't have to build this thing alone. I'd love to walk you through and help you build your escape plan. So let's get to work and keep on hustling.